Now we have Amitansh, Ranjan and Ashwini with H2U.
Good morning everyone. I am Ranjan.
Hello, I'm Amitansh.
And I am Ashwini. Okay, firstly I want to ask you a question. How many of us have cars? Please raise your hand. Cars. Can you tell me how many cars do you have? Four. Four cars. And please use? Five. Which kind of petrol or like which kind of fuel do you use in our car? Petrol. So don't you think in now world there is all over pollution? So if I want to ask you a question, what is an ideal fuel for all fuel? An ideal fuel. Anyone wants to answer? I need few responses, please.
Hydrogen.
An ideal
Water.
fuel for everyone.
Hydrogen, air.
Yes, you are right. Hydrogen. So okay. So by seeing this problem, we have come out of our company name is H2U. H2U, hydrogen to U. So what we are doing, so we have a so we are taking out hydrogen from rainwater and storing it in cylinder and selling them in labs, university, automobile companies. So this is our, I have already told you about our problem and solution.
The uses of hydrogen. We can use hydrogen in several ways. Like we can use hydrogen in fuel, fertilizer, weather balloons, oil refining and industrial application.
Competition. We don't have many competitors. In India, but a few foreign competitors are Florida Hydro Incorporated, Sun Hydro, US Biogen, and Sea and Cleanest Power.
Okay, so like my friend Amitansh told you about that we don't have much competition in India. So this is the advantage for us that to set up our company in India and give them everyone a breathe here to. So market analysis. So when I took survey of 182 people, 55% want a company that provides hydrogen. So like I am an automobile student and I went whenever with my teacher to field trip. So like we have went to Ashok Leyland company and Honda company. So I talked to the MD and the CEO of the company and they all said that hydrogen is the ideal fuel. So I also talked to them and I said that I tell them about my idea and they say if it is provided to us, it is a great opportunity to use that hydrogen in our cars. So what we have discussed together that they will have an engine that refines water in hydrogen. Revenue model. So like we are for our electricity price. So while taking out the hydrogen from water, we need to have a prototype in that there is water and we have two rods known as cathodes and anodes. And that rod will on the cathode rod we will have all the separated oxide and anodes we have all the separated hydrogen. And we will connect that to a pipe and that will directly collect the hydrogen in the cylinder. So the price for making one cylinder, electricity price 200, water price is 0 because first year we can use tap water normally. Rent of a cylinder in first year we need to take cylinder in rent. Labor charge for 1 hour will be 1500 and the selling price of the cylinder will be 7000 because in India it is cheaper. Like if you measure like in 1 kilojoule, the hydrogen cylinder in foreign countries are like 10,000 bucks. So we are selling it in a cheaper price. So thank you.
And our financials. So these are financials like in the first year. So like we're planning to make 700 cylinders and sell them for 7,000 rupees. And so basically the amount turned is 24 lakh. Sorry, 49 lakh rupees. But in that we also are deducting for water harvesting setup. We are deducting 4.5 lakh. For electricity 1.4 lakh. The salary of overall how much we're going to pay everyone collectively 10 lakh 50,000 machines. We are having 5 machines which will take 1 lakh each. So 5 lakhs for that and rent of cylinder. Rent for the factory is 2 lakhs and cylinder rent is 9 lakhs collectively. So the total profit we're making is 16 lakh 50,000. And next year we plan to add 2 more machines and same thing but with SEM. So like 980 machines amount on 60, like that.
Any questions?
Thank you.
And we have a prototype, but we couldn't bring it today, so but we have some pictures of them. So here.
Why have you kept out second year and third year same?
Second year, like because like
We need to know about their company and tell them about our company.
I thought that why the same thing not be required in the first year.
Because like first year we need someone to fund money, and for that like first year we cannot directly put like 10% in that. So we need to manage the marketing that it is happening good or like it is not good. So
You decided
this is
for
a small
what
company.
segment.
So we have been hired with pencils because they are a good conductor of electricity and that is fine.
Because of the fuel.
And diesel water cannot be used, so we are using normal water.
So we talked about a lot of markets. What is the first one you will target? Will you move cylinders back and forth?
So like we are trying to target like universities, big universities and automobile companies. So that they can use our hydrogen. Automobile companies can use our hydrogen as a fuel, and many other like labs, universities, they can use our doing experimental labs.
So automobiles are not yet ready with hydrogen fuel cell and whatever.
So like one of the I don't know is in US one of the guy make a car that's run on water, and what was the logic behind it? That the water is not running the car. There is an electrolysis machine which is separating hydrogen from water, and that hydrogen is burning and making the car run.
Both right now
Because the automobile market is not yet ready for it. It ultimately will be at some point of time. But today what do you do? In the short term, what do you do?
We sell to like for my example, I sell to my own school. In like my community area, like I have many schools, like 15 to 20 schools in my community area, so I give them my cylinders.
but also in Germany, like my dad told me a video, like they have made train bus runs entirely on hydrogen fuel, and they made a few of them. So
You're doing something in the short term because your volumes won't pick up. The numbers will be very different because also, I mean, not that we have too many cylinders to move, but we have to get scaling up at some point.
In the year 1, 700 includes automobile.
no, like
Only that.
like for the like first 3 years we're just looking for schools, universities, labs. Like starting from year 4 to the rest, we're planning to also type with automobile companies.
Thank you. Well done. Well done.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pavit Singh, the founder and CEO, rather CGO, Chief Gifting Officer of Gifter. Okay, so today it's Kirat's 9th birthday party, and Rehan, Kirat's best friend, really wants to attend the party. Rehan's mom is in the office under tremendous pressure, wondering what to do. She has a meeting, she has to buy a gift. So there are 5 things which can be done. She can send the driver with Rehan to buy the gift, tell the domestic helper to pull out an old gift, rewrap it, or tell Kirat that he forgot the gift and will bring it the next day, leave her meeting, rush to buy a gift, or tell Rehan to miss the party. Meanwhile at Kirat's home, everybody is really wondering that, hope everybody likes the party, they're finding the right return gifts, and Kirat's mom is telling him to throw all of his old gifts to make space for new ones. So who's really enjoying this birthday party? Introducing Gifter. Birthdays are just meant to be enjoyed. By parents too. Leave the gifting worries to us with just a click away. Gifter is an online platform to purchase gifts right before a birthday party, so that you don't have to cut that sorry figure ever again. We cater to the parents of children between the age groups of 3 to 11 years, and delivery time options include 12-hour delivery, 4-hour delivery, and 2-hour delivery. Business model. Yes, we are an aggregator. We work with neighborhood delivery shops and manage delivery. So we aren't just a delivery management platform. We serve both the sides, the gifter and the recipient. So got multiple gifts, return them to us. We will give you reward points if it's in the best condition and keep it and put it up on our website. If not, we will give it to a charity. Validation survey. So we recently took a survey and the results are very promising. So on being asked if an app would help them buy a gift on the go, 95% of the parents said yes. When if they'd ever received a gift which was duplicated or disliked, 93% of the people had received a gift which was exact. 47% of the people said buying a gift was always a last minute affair, whereas 43% of the people said it was sometimes a last minute affair. 66.7% of the children attend more than 7 birthday parties in a year, out of which 20% attend 15. Right. So, is the market large enough? Yes, it is. So, an average school-going child from a city like Gurgaon attends about 7 to 12 birthday parties in a year, and assuming people attend half of the birthday parties and spend about 600 rupees on gifts, it's approximately a 13 crore rupee market in an urban city of India. So, what sets us apart? Yes, we have a clearly defined and focused market segment. We manage the whole value chain of birthday gifting. We have a personality test to help choose the right gift. Home or birthday venue deliveries. You can return, duplicate unused old gifts to us, and if they're in not a great condition and let's say in a usable condition, we will give it to a charity of your choice. Right, so as of now I spoke about gifter, express delivery, gifter charity, gifter returns. So in the future we also plan on expanding to rating the birthday venues so that for the attendee as well as the host, so that you don't have to cut that sorry figure if the management is not that good. So you can look at the reviews and then there'll be a link which will be to the management's website, so which will help us make more money. Yeah. Thank you. And now I have my financials if you would like to have a look. Yeah. First slide, there's another slide also. Not as of now. So we don't have any direct competition as of now, but our potential competition could be this Mumbai-based company called Scootsie. Now Scootsie has been in the market for the past 7 years and are based out of Mumbai. And they focus on everything ranging from boutiques to electronics to everything. Right? Food, yeah, exactly. Whereas we have only one focus, which is gifting, and which certainly gives us an edge in that area. And we also have first mover advantage in Delhi NCR. Bring out all the gifts from all shops and show them to you so that you can buy it from the comfort of your chair and don't need to rush and leave your meeting.
You have to tie up with the back-end
Yes,
suppliers.
yes, definitely.
Right? And this is a catalog aid you do a lot of work with. So will you get some anchor guys who will simply shop and shop, using the word shop and shop for you, or what will you do?
So basically we'll start off hyperlocal, right? And we'll tie up with our nearest gift shops because those are the ones you actually think of when you have to buy a gift. So we will be making 10% on every order and they will be willing to do it because we're bringing them customers, right? So that's what we'll be tying up with the nearby gift shops and managing delivery.
You have to catalog it in some way because they may not have it cataloged.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you're talking about inventory and how many gifts are present in the sector, right?
How will you showcase the pencil off to you?
Obviously, okay. So once a gift is ordered, so there will be 2 apps.
No, before I'm going on to.
Okay, so they will obviously tell us what all items are present with them and what are not. And there are 2 apps, one for the person who is buying the gift and one for the shopkeeper. So moment anything is ordered, the shopkeeper will reduce it from his inventory so that there's no issue on the side. Right?
It's a fantastic idea. I just have one question. Why can't Amazon introduce a gifting feature?
Definitely, ma'am. So we have a focus market segment.
They are also bringing offline to online.
We have found a niche in the market. So this is basically Amazon does again everything. They have each and everything, name it and they have it. They have operations in different countries. And it's going to be really hard for them to follow a model like ours and make it so quick and so easy. They have an inventory whereas we don't have one. And we basically just tie up with the shopkeepers, and it's going to be really hard for them to focus on this as basically they focus on one-day delivery, etc. as of now. So yeah.
They have the value, they have the money, and they already have everything in place. So just think about it. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. But I will not get into the details on it right now. But they can execute it in time.
No, I think it might be a good idea for Amazon or Flipkart. It's such a small market for them versus such a big market for you. You can be agile and capture this market faster than they can.
Yes.
So get on your app as soon as you can.
Thank you. Thank you.
our little fashionista, Lesha, who's come up with beauty products for little kids.
So this is my prototype, it's just the packaging. So should I display it here? So good morning, my name is Lesha Basi and I'm presenting Koala Kids. So the main idea of Koala Kids is to convert kids from using harmful adult beauty products which are filled with chemicals to products for kids and they're natural. So all of my products will be minimum 99% natural, kids friendly, safe for sensitive skin and with fun flavors and fragrances. And this is a list of few of my products and I'm going to add more products with time. So the price range will be affordable from rupees 150 to 400 so that parents can buy it because it's not that expensive. And the promotion will be through social media mostly, like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. And also e-commerce websites like Amazon and Flipkart. Okay, so we want to sell our products through multiple channels of sale, like on the internet, on shopping websites like Amazon, on specialized websites for kids like Hopscotch, on specialized websites for cosmetics like Nykaa, so that we get more profit, of course, and modern retail stores like New You, Health and Glow, etc. And also later on, I'm going to sell my products in marketplaces with chemists, kid stores, and grocery stores. Okay, so our direct competitor is Biotech. But Biotech just has a range of kids products, while we are an exclusive brand for kids products. Our indirect competitors are Sebamed, Body Shop and Johnson & Johnson. And worldwide, there is Clean in the USA, Alki Naturals and Bath & Body Works. So our competitive advantage is that there are no brands in India who are doing this. Like, we're doing natural brands for natural products for kids, while Biotech is doing a range, but it's not like an exclusive brand. And if we get the Made Safe certificate, which I'm planning to get, we'll be the first kids brand in India to get the Made Safe certificate. And a kids brand owned for and made for a kid, owned by a kid, will get a lot of media attention also. Thank you. So this is my financial side with my projections for 5 years.
Actually, she can make much more.
Yeah. It's a fantastic idea. There is no brand in the age group of 16 years of age.
How are you going to target who's buying? Is it the parent who's buying or is it the kid who's buying?
The parent is buying for the kid.
Who makes the decision?
I guess the kid makes the decision.
You make the decision, right? I know what you want to do.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you're going to get to sites or apps that kids use.
So like our promotion is through social media. So many kids now are on social media. So that's how we're gonna get on.
What manufacturing this?
So my father has a brand, Lotus Herbals. He's the managing director. So for the first year, I'm paying him some money. I'm paying him money to use his office and some of his people. And if we're successful, which we will hopefully, then we're going to move on to we'll try and get our own office and more people.
So this whole raw material, organic and natural formulation is yours or it's through the parent company? Are you giving them royalty for the formulation or?
See, I'm deciding the formulation, so I have some of his people who are helping me with it because I don't have that much experience in it.
Right.
So first, I've done a lot of research in his company. I've seen what kind of stuff he uses. So I'm deciding the formulation, but it's being produced in his company. So I'm paying him money for that also.
Your father.
And White koala as a name?
Koalas, see koalas, I don't know, I love them. They're so calm and cute, so I just love them. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Shruti Kakkar and I've come up with my idea. Children usually miss their school bus and then becomes a turmoil to reach the school. As I've experienced the same, I came up with my very own real-time bus tracking app named Track. The problem is that GPS trackers are very expensive and involve high hardware costs. The parents eagerly wait to pick up their children as the average waiting time to pick up a child from a bus stop is 20 minutes. The parents regularly call up the bus official to know the bus status. The solution: no more waiting, no more chasing. It reduces parental anxiety, it's affordable, and it works on all kinds of phones. After conducting a survey of 100 people, promising results were received. 87% people said that they were interested in the app, and 83% said that there was a need of such an app in their schools. Delhi government may install GPS trackers in TTC buses for safety reasons. This app provides an interface for parents to get notified about the bus status. It sends SMSs to analog phones, and you can even access it through the website. The product. There are two sub-apps, the driver app and the parent app. The driver app is basically the allocated bus stops, and parent app receives the estimated time for arrival of each bus in their stop and the fastest way to get to the bus. The business model. Schools subscribe this app on a yearly basis. Revenue from each school is rupees 30,000. I've got a consent from 3 schools which are like on your table. Expected user growth. From year 1, 10 schools, I would go to year 4, 200 schools. I would target schools outside Delhi NCR. My revenue and profit. My competition is Apple or Nutella and Track School Bus. Apart from the price and location, Track is at par with the rest. The special features are the combination of Google Maps tells the estimated time to reach the bus and the fastest way to get to the bus. Competitive advantage. This app is viable for all phones. All that one requires is a mobile device, a smartphone device in each bus. It has a cheap and affordable pricing model, and there's a safe and secure communication of data. Thank you.
The differentiator is really any device. For example, I use the other one that you mentioned here.
Like it's a smartphone application, but it even sends SMSs on the analog phones.
Is that the differentiator here? What is the differentiator compared to the other 2 or 3?
That is the differentiator, and it's even a combination of Google Maps. So when you start the app, you directly go to the Google Map thing. So when it gets updated, it's easier to use.
So your main cost is building the app and software. So have you done some work?
My Android app is made, but the iOS is working in progress.
The Android app is already at Glendale School now?
No, it's they're implementing it starting with April.
Any prototype?
No.
Thank you.
Very nice. Next is Krish with an app to track expenses.
Hello, good morning. My name is Krish, and I'm here today to pitch to you about my company, EC. Throughout my father's career, he has been an avid traveler. On his business trips, he would usually spend, for which he would preserve receipts for reimbursement. Now, he will find reimbursement a tiresome and very tedious process. I thought that this would be a problem across all employees. As a result, as a result, the company cannot keep track of their expenditure due to the late filing of expenses or loss of receipts. Next. Yeah. So as I dug deeper into this, big corporations such as, let's say, Google or Apple, they have expense management softwares already, but they're very expensive and very sophisticated. So I started looking at the SMB market. Players in the expense management softwares in the SMB market are only targeting the large-size SMBs, while no one is targeting the mid-size SMBs when they're the most eager to adopt technology just to reduce costs and manpower. So I discovered what they need. So in a nutshell, what they want is a simple, cost-effective, and easily accessible software, which my solution exactly provides for, and along with extra features such as easy to integrate with financial systems, works on all basic Android and iOS devices. So in the first 2 years, we will be deeply investing into the product, as it will be key to get a great product. We will be starting with a few SMBs at the start, just to test, get feedback, etc. And then in year 3, we'll break even and be profitable onwards. So what we believe and our aim is that we're trying to help businesses get their core activities done rather than spend their time on such tiresome processes, and make the traveler's life much easier. Thank you. So right now I've just handed out the prototype in the eyes of an employee. Right now I'm getting the analytics dashboard right in process, but this is from the eyes of employee, how you submit and get receipts. So basically how it'll work, you link your credit card, right? We'll use so as you know my name EC, we're trying to combine receipt and E, so we just made it E combined. So, yeah, so then once you try to put your credit card, now every single expense made with the credit card, you got details, you even get like a digital invoice of it. So you don't have to scan, which is a big differentiator from already other competitors, as they have to scan it and it takes a lot of time, and you may forget as well.
This is primarily, you said, the mid-size
SMB.
So what do you need to integrate this to some accounting system or something that they end up using anyway?
Yeah, so what we're offering is like with financial systems such as I'm aware that I think you're aware of like SAP, Tally, all those financial systems. So we're gonna be easily integratable with that. Otherwise, this product's useless, right? If you want to see the financials, I can show you. Next slide. This is the revenue plan for next 5 years. This is not the P&L, this is revenue, and then costs are next slide. In the initial years, we may need around 10 to 20 lakhs just for product development and testing out with different SMEs. Any questions?
What is your plan? That will be your biggest.
So in year 3, we will be like, we're going to start from year 1. We're going to start advertising digitally via digital channels. So you may ask now, like, how, like, through digital channels, you may be just wasting a lot of money, right? Because you may not get any return. So we're going to be seeing, we're going to be planting our advertisements on specific websites that SMBs or SMB heads will visit. Or we're going to get like a geofence, and then we'll specifically target. And as you see here, we'll have a few salespeople to pitch directly to the SMBs.
Sorry, I missed. What are you charging per company or per?
So that will vary. 1 second now. Charge at the start, we'll be charging very low. So our model is cost per user. So let's just say about in a company of 250, 35%, let's just say. So that's 88 people. and then we'll be charging only like 35 rupees per month, and then that will add up to a year. So then it's very cost effective, as I said, because you don't want any really expensive softwares. So like we may go from like 25 in first year, 35 second year, then year 3 onwards we may go 50 rupees per user per month. And if you want to see the revenue plan, yeah, you can see how it adds up.
Thank you.
We're going to give a quick 5-minute bio break.
Please have everyone seated. Please everyone. Let's make sure the next business idea is heard. We have, exactly 8 more ideas to go. Thank you for your patience. Keep cheering our buddies. We'll be super good. 35 will wrap up. Okay?
You get 1-2 months less from me, you take all of them. Then you get 1 extra.
Hi everyone. So I have been baking since I was 10 years old, and I've been really passionate about it. I thought it was time that I converted this passion into something more than just that. That's when I came up with the idea of Bakeola. What is it? It's a simple home-run bakery from scratch using the finest ingredients. We offer a specialty in cakes, cupcakes, brownies, cookies, and desserts for all occasions. Since we bake it as per order, it's like a bespoke model, and we can customize the cakes, the fillings, the frostings as per your tastes and preferences. We are also going to be having various other ranges of products like vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free, etc. And yeah. So this is a brief size of the market of the bakery industry in India right now. It's 16,500 crores this year, and it's growing at 7.5%, which means it's going to be at 23,700 crores in 2020. So how does it work? So we get the order, we bake it, we deliver the order, and then it reaches the customer. So we take the order over Facebook, email, WhatsApp, or any other social media. Then we're selling in Gurgaon and Delhi, but we can courier the products which have longer shelf life, like brownies and cookies, to other places all over India. And we're going to be taking orders for corporate events and bulk orders. So the taste and the quality is different from the other bakeries, and that's what differentiates them from the other bakeries as well. This is just a comparison with Theobroma as well as Brinch, which are the 2 bakeries in Gurgaon. So the quality of the brownies in Theobroma are fudgy but sticky. At Brinch, they offer kind of dry and crumbly, but you just had no brownies.
What? She said there was no other way to judge you, so we said we had to try it.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about the hygiene of Theobroma and Brinch, but yeah, Bakeola we surely bake fresh, and you can be sure of the hygiene. And yeah, these are just the other. This is the unit economics of 3 of my products: brownies, lime cakes, and biscottis. And I'm roughly making a profit of 50% in most of them, like an average of 50%. And yeah. These are my 5 years projections for the profits. So the pink ones are the revenues and the green ones are the profits. So I'm making a profit since the first year, but the profit declines in the next 2 years and then it starts rising. And it's actually been running since May 20th of this year, and these are a few orders that I completed. So this is a box of brownies and lime cakes, that's a box of brownies, and that's a box of assorted cookies. And these are the testimonials of the people whom I gave it to. And we have an Instagram page, we have a Facebook page, and we have a website which is running but still under construction. Thank you.
Is it inspired from Chocola or how did it
No, so bake is separate and Ola is hello in Spanish. So I just removed the H and that's how bake allows.
How many orders have you delivered so far?
Those were the three orders that I delivered in bulk. So I think that was around 50 to 60 boxes of brownies, the brownie boxes, and around 60 boxes of the assorted cookies, and similarly for the lime cakes.
And how are you planning to deliver as you scale up? Plan to deliver this?
As in?
I mean, do you have tied up with some logistics provider or somebody to do this? Or?
No, but we will have to tie up with some logistics company in order to ensure smooth delivery later on.
When you scale up, how will you ensure quality? Because that is your biggest USP.
Yeah, so I'm going to make sure that the recipes, and suppose I have various branches, I'm going to make sure that the recipes used in all the branches are the same, and the suppliers that we buy the products from are the same, they're not changed, and they're going to be regular checks to ensure that the quality is maintained.
So you're not doing it from your home?
Yeah.
And you want to take up a shop to start doing it, or
Yeah,
you want to franchise it?
I want to make it into a shop later on, and then probably franchise it.
Later on franchise it, not own all of the other shops that you are.
Franchising is a better option, I think.
Franchising comes with a lot of quality concerns and all of that, because that sort of goes haywire in any franchising concept globally.
Yeah, but I make sure with the regular checks that the quality is maintained.
That's where your costs will go up, maintaining quality across franchising and franchising.
Yeah, okay.
How long do you plan to do this with a single store and then take it, if you have any idea?
Sorry?
You have when you plan to have a single store, and then from there on, how long will you stay with that single store to decide that okay, this is good and working?
I feel like so once I've opened a shop like a bakery, it's gonna take roughly about a year and a half to actually reach to the masses and make sure that the people know about your company. So that's how once that's been achieved, that's when we're gonna branch it out and do that. Thank you. Any other questions?
Great.
The brownies are yummy.
Yes,
Very nice. Next we have our three handsome men, Ruchir, Arnav and Krishna, with their Koza bow ties.
So the idea is to provide premium quality leather bow ties through various pop-up shops, boutique stores.
About the product. This is a hand-stitched leather bow tie, and it's available in black, brown, and different shades of tan. Customizations such as initials of the customer can be available with a minor additional cost.
So we conducted a survey, and 31% of our audience prefer to wear bow ties on formal occasions. 68% of our audience were in favor of wearing leather bow ties, and 100% of our audience agreed that there aren't enough premium quality bow tie stores in India. And also we learned that our target audience is between 25 to 40 years, which is essentially the working population.
Yeah, I'm 43, I also
Competitors, only a select number of companies do bow ties, but they do not do leather bow ties. They do cloth bow ties, and we don't have a competition like direct competition because we are leather and they're cloth. And our cloth competitors are Brooks Brothers and Thomas Penhouse.
So from our 5-year projections, we've learned that in the first year, we will be making a profit of around 12 lakhs, in the second year of 14 lakhs 50,000, in the third year 17 lakhs and 90,000, fourth year 29 lakhs, and the fifth year 83 lakhs. In the fifth year, we'll be making a profit of 83 lakhs because we are planning to make a celebrity endorsement.
Future plans: new designs, new colors, and delivery to across India, eventually across India.
Through our own website. Thank you.
These are our financials.
I think this is the trend. Yeah? Why leather bow ties?
It's unique.
We'd like to start a trend.
How do you plan to distribute it?
Also, as we mentioned, initially through pop-up shops and maybe to collaborate with stores such as Will's Lifestyle. So, yeah.
Can you patent some part of the design? What about that? Because anybody can copy it like Zodiac or any of the mass retailers. You copy it, they have their own production, so why should they buy from you? They brand it themselves and sell it, it's better for them.
You're manufacturing them also, you're outsourcing that?
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing also?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Will you patent it so that others don't copy it?
What is the differentiator besides the bow tie? Because so many mass retailers in India, why would they not want to add on this leather, add a media material and add it in their name because they all have it?
We aren't actually aware of the patent situation, so we learn about that and maybe initiate it.
What you trying to say is you create a market. You said now you want to create a trend. You create that trend, and tomorrow somebody big in the market say whom you're selling to, say Wills you said, right? They want to do it themselves. You just create and pump in money and override you guys. So how do you protect yourself and your design and by patenting it so that others can't come in? What is your, you need to plan something there also.
I mean, you got to create their brand or you got to do something to
Make it unique.
make it unique.
You've got to create a brand and make it viral as soon as possible. You just
Scale up
can't,
as
don't waste
possible.
your time on patenting. You can't do anything on that.
So you need a celebrity endorsement
Yes.
upfront.
Get Ranveer Singh
You need
wear
to give. You need to send a box of these to all the Bollywood
Yes.
guys for
Yes.
free.
Yes.
Yeah, also they're
not going to manufacture. Did you get your costs down?
Yeah, so he's in charge of finance.
So the cost of sales, so first we put the cost, but we've also added costs. For example, if we call in for a large number of bow ties, but for example if they don't get sold, so then we've added those costs also.
Inventory not sold.
Yes.
But again, you got to find a way to front end some of the costs to be able to get this scale up
Yes,
much
yes.
before somebody else does.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
300 rupees for a leather bow tie. Oh, 3,000. You buy one right now. Oh wow! You found your first customer. Make sure you take the money and don't just give it. So next we have.
Sample with you.
They have 4 to sell it.
I'll take a black one.
Take it down and put it in your box.
Yeah, he can give you this. Don't worry, we'll get you a dress and we will give it to you only after you pay us cash.
Yeah, no cash, credit card.
Credit card is fine. Next is Arav with Find My Stuff.
Hi everyone. I'm sure all of you must have lost something or the other in school, and it's not always very easy to find those things. Well now, you don't have to lose your mind over a lot of things because I've got just the perfect solution. Find my stuff.in. My name is Hyderabad. I'm 13 years old, I study in the Shri Ram School, and I'm the founder of Find My Stuff.in. So Find My Stuff is a systematic way of organizing the lost items of students in the school so that the lost items can easily be retrieved. So, let's say a student named Jahan loses his green bottle today. Now the person who finds it will give Jahan's green bottle to the lost and found. Now the person in the lost and found will take a picture of Jahan's green bottle and upload it on findmystuff.in. And now all Jahan needs to do is go to findmystuff.in and claim his bottle. And if he doesn't claim it within a time limit of 1 month, his bottle will be sent to an NGO. So I conducted a survey amongst the students of grade 7 of my school, the Shri Ram School, and this is some of the data that I collected. So all of the students said that they do their stuff in school. 62% of the children said that they never go back to the lost and found. 45% of the children said that it's impossible to find their things, and all of the students said that they would prefer an easy access through a website. This is what our lost and found looks like. It's really messy. And this is a question that I asked, and what the children think about the lost and found of our school. So this is a screenshot from findmystuff.in. So our short-term goal is to incorporate my idea in my school, the Shri Ram School, and the other branches of my school, and connect it to the school website for easy access. And my long-term goal is to propose it to malls, hospitals, schools, and other such public places all over India. So the first one is to provide an easy access to a website, and it's also very hard for the schools to manage the lost and found. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a grid matrix to keep all the items in an organized manner, and I'll be happy to take your questions on this later on. Next slide. So a school in India has about 350 to 1,200 students, and there are hundreds of things lost each day. So what I plan to generate my income by licensing my idea to schools on an annual subscription basis. Thank you, and I'll be happy to take your questions now.
Who scans the person who runs the lost and found scans the...
Yeah, he takes a picture and uploads it on Find My Stuff.
And then how do you know that the claimant is right? Anybody can claim any
Yeah, well that's why I'm starting in schools first, because even right now we have a lost and found in school, and anyone can just go take anywhere from there. So we can't do anything about that. There's no solution to that part.
Is there a way to think that Jehan reports that I've lost a green bottle and...
Yeah, so he can also go and send a message to the lost and found that if you have found a green bottle, can you...
How do you monetize this? How do you make money out of this business?
So I plan to license it to... Can you go back to my website?
License it to the school?
To the school on an annual subscription basis, my website and my service.
I think many of you have made your presentation on schools, and on a lot of levels, penetration into schooling, and schools will be first 5, 10, 15 with your connects and contacts you'll be able to crack, and after that, where you actually get into the masses, it's a very individual decision to the school to take this up or not to take this up, and that is where you have a lot of real strategy and follow up to be done. So you need to be very, very clearly planned on that aspect of it, and in the first 5, 10 schools that you give your service to, they should be given absolutely handled so well that they themselves become brand ambassadors for you. Otherwise this will be very, very tough to crack into schools. Not at the 10, 15, 20 level, but once you talk about 200, 2000 and scaling up.
Any other questions? Ready?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anya Jain. It was peak September and I was busy with my exams. My mom and I were thinking to send my brother to a place where we could keep him occupied for a few hours. But to our disappointment, we didn't couldn't really find any place except some play areas. And that's why I came up with Fun Wagon, events for kids for 6 to 12 years. So the real problem is that parents need to accompany the children everywhere. There aren't any better options than malls or movies for children on weekends. Safety is a big concern for parents. There is less information available and there are less opportunities for underprivileged and needy kids. The solution is that Fun Wagon will focus on the history, culture and traditions of the Indian society. Events will be specially curated and age appropriate. There will be new avenues for parents to send their kids and more opportunities for underprivileged kids. It will cover travel, food, culture in a very informative and interesting way. We will take them to factory visits like the Chocolate Factory, Hindustan Times, festival visits like the Puppet Festival, and visits to the radio station, National Art Gallery, heritage sites, and hotels for showing the back and support. Each event will cost 2,000 rupees. All events will be in Delhi NCR. Fun Wagon will be associated with an established daycare center and school called the Banyan since 13 years. Trained staff will be from there. Option for an adult help to accompany will be on additional charges. iCards and collection cards will be given. Promotion will be mainly through social media sites and other networking sites. We will use the existing data of the Banyan and send mails and messages to the parents. We don't have direct competition, but our indirect competitors are Kidzania, Delhi Heritage Walk and Ho Ho Delhi. The big advantage that Fun Wagon has over all of these is that parents don't need to accompany the children, and we are the first one to organize events which are specially for children. Advance payment will be taken. Initially, we will start with one event per month. Initially, we will take 3 teachers and 3 junior staff, which will accompany 30 children, and dry snacks will be provided. The customer growth from the year 1 to year 5 will be 61 to approximately 3,000, with revenue 7 lakh to 79 lakh. The profitability per trip, assuming 10 children with a total revenue of 20,000, would be 6,150, which will include the bus, ID card, head teachers, and meal charges. Thus, Fun Wagon will be a stress reliever for all the parents and interesting for all kids. Thank you.
Nothing to need. Good idea. And it means what type of dry snacks are you planning to do?
Chips or biscuits, any juice, any, yeah, something like that.
All these locations in a way you'll validate for safety and everything else. So, I mean, to make sure that it's a safe place to go to.
Yeah.
While they'll be supervised by the staff, but
Yeah.
you take them out to outings in some ways, right?
Yeah, we take them out to outings, but then if parents are so insecure, then they can send their maids any helps on additional charges. Otherwise, we have our stuff.
You already started working on this? Is it live? I might plan very soon.
No, I started from April, and since my mom runs a school, it's a daycare center. The staff is really trained because they already manage kids which are 6 months, so 6 years won't be a big deal to manage.
You based on Gurgaon?
Yeah, we will at Delhi and the whole, all in Noida, Delhi,
Do you plan
Gurgaon.
to start in a small way, or you want to advertise it all across NCR? Or you want to do it in your, maybe in 1 or 2 schools or in your society and then start it, or you want to pilot this before you just want to straight away go and
I'll start it with, the pickup and drop off will be at my mom's school. So any event which will be close to that, we'll start it with that. And then later on we'll go on to Gurgaon and Noida.
Which is where your mom's school?
Sabdajang and Clay.
Thank you.
So 2 years ago, I went to the Taj Mahal with my family. After standing in line for hours in the heat and finishing about 4 bottles of water among the 4 of us, I was naturally very irritated. And then last year, Modi introduced the demonetization scheme, where we saw lines and lines of people queuing outside of banks. Arising from these 2 experiences of QUP was born. So what is QUP? QUP was India's first professional line standing team. QUP arose out of the problem of lack of time to do all that we want, and of course the long lines anywhere and everywhere. As a solution to these problems, QUP helps save you from lines, save time, and of course caters to the comfort of the customer. The market size is restricted to the urban middle upper class with an average disposable income ranging from 2 lakhs to 1 million. In Delhi NCR, that is about 5.5 lakhs of people, but this is just the beginning. We would be expanding to other cities as well. According to a recent survey conducted, 95% of the people do not like to stand in line. 86% of the people think that time is very important these days. 67% of the people think that they would use a service like this, and 65% of the people think that it would be used for middle-aged working professionals. Now the competitive advantages include, this is the first of its kind service in India, there's none of it in India. It provides employment, standing in line requires no skills, it helps save time. It is anytime, anywhere. You can use like in monuments or iPhone sales, Zara sales, or even amusement parks. It is not weather dependent, and it is a 24/7 service, and it is of course low cost for comfort. The revenue model differs according to the type of queue. So if you have a basic queue who only stands in line for you, that will cost you about 75 rupees, an average 75 rupees for half an hour. And an advanced queuer can run our errands as well and stand in line for you, which would be about an average 95 rupees for half an hour. This is a prototype of what the app would actually look like. One of its features will include a geo map where you can track your nearest queuer. This is the unit economics slide, which is a calculated estimate of what is going to turn out in the first year. This is the sales/profit annual growth slide. Thank you.
It's a great idea. But I have a question on the income bracket you chose.
Yes.
2 lakhs to 10 lakh rupees.
1 million.
Which is 10 lakh rupees, right?
Yeah.
So, for that income group, would they spend that kind of money for actually getting someone to pay that?
Yes, so I basically
You said
targeted-
67% or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
that
much
was-
was your size?
It's about 85 people. So I did a survey, and it's basically those middle class working professionals who don't have the time to actually do something like this.
That money is important.
That's
You
true,
have to
but
go-
like 75 rupees is nothing these days. So
A family employee, maybe we need to deep dive into a little bit of the income bracket. Because money is important to a working class person. And a middle income is also segmented into lower, middle and higher.
Oh no, it's upper middle class.
So that's not 2 lakhs. Okay. And staff over working class. So you need to go a little bit beyond demographics to deep dive. It's a great idea, but I think it's for the richer people who have the ability to spend that and don't care about reaching a mall or getting their errands done when they don't have time or traffic is big on the day. So it's like a concept of human Uber, right?
Yes.
That's what the idea is.
It's fantastic.
It's a great idea. You must do it fast, but you need to deep dive into your demographics and section quickly.
Maybe a lower cost
Yeah.
for bigger masses.
Okay. You
Go
can't
down
do
to lower middle class or lower class.
It's a daily
create,
wage.
Minimum daily.
You have to have a minimum daily wage. You can't do the lower cost.
The other question I had is what about...
How do you manage the sales force?
Yeah.
So many people.
what?
People will be going and standing over there. How do you source them?
So there are a lot of people who will be like part-time employees. So according to like in the peak season is summer, right? We have to a lot of monuments. So that time there'll be a lot of employees.
Are you taking them on payroll
So
or?
this is a very good idea.
Yes.
I don't really would have applied that one.
But the thing is, you have to see that this is a service provided every year. This can be really big. It's for the richer class. It's not for the bracket you said. So you have to go through the whole thing again, in my view. And the other thing is like the errand sourcing or having a shopper to stand in a mall and say, I want these things from Zara, can you just pick it up and bring it to my car? That you might have to take the price up also a little bit.
Yeah.
But that, the surety, the insurance of him not stealing or her not stealing, that person's stuff while the person walking around the rest of the mall. Those things how you show.
So that comes with time and experience, right? I can't guarantee that right now. Yeah.
One bad case will take a lot of credit.
Also, what you want to think of is some of these places where you need to physically queue are slowly converting themselves into some sort of app. So a PVR that you and I used to go to.
Yeah, PVR not
I mean, at one time, I'm just saying, for example, they are everybody. So, even if you look at government monuments now, slowly and steadily they are appizing their own ticket sales. You may think about what market segments will actually, because this digital
top end, upper middle class, then you're talking about going to these places, they don't go to these places. So there's a mismatch.
And also, how will technology itself disrupt this whole principle value proposition? Think about that.
The concept is
very good.
Idea is
Absolutely, very good.
Yeah.
Execution.
Thank you.
Now we have Avni from Music Cooperative.
Hi, I'm Avni and I'm 12 years old. So I've been singing for a while, and if there's one thing I know is that it's very hard to find people who will give aspiring musicians a chance to perform. That's how Music Cooperative came up. The main purpose of Music Cooperative is a platform which will allow aspiring musicians to connect with their target audiences. So the performers will post videos of themselves singing or playing an instrument, whatever they do, and they have to put up their genre, location, and price per hour. Then the client will come and they can review through all the performers, and then they can find one. And then once they found one, they'll have to pay Music Cooperative a small fee. Later, we will also add an app which does the same thing, but will make it much easier to use. So we have a couple of global competitors such as Gigmaster and Slickgigs, but these aren't available in India. So we have a large market, mainly people interested in music and those looking for performers. So around 50% of my class is musically inclined. If we look at the country, that's around 70 crore people. That's a large market. So even if a fraction of this number signs up, we will be in a good place. So I took a survey, and 70% of people think that finding performers for their events is hard, and 90% of musicians thought that it's very hard to find places to perform. Everyone would be open to a website or an app that allows them to do both. So where's the money? The money will mainly come from advertisements and the fee taken at the beginning. So we will try and maintain a relationship with our customers to gain more revenue and also to stave off competition. So we'll have online competitions which will be quarterly and monthly newsletters. Thank you.
You got into this because you found it a challenge to be able to.
All the best for the idea.
We have last two ideas. Jayati, here. Jayati, our national level golfer, international level golfer, has an idea that will help sell used sports equipment.
Good morning everyone. I am Jyoti Karya and I'm here to present my website spataria.com. I am a national level golfer and faced a lot of problems when I started my journey of golf. We could not find right resources to look for good coaches and places to buy my golf equipment and how to go about it. This is how I got the idea of Spataria. The problem is many people who just got into sports need to spend a lot of money on sport equipment. My website helps people who just got into sports. Renting, selling and buying reused sports equipment help them save a lot of money. Now, what is Fotaria.com? A platform where people can rent, sell and buy reused sports equipment with cost-effective manner. It helps people find a coach or a mentor or dietitian or a nutritionist. It also provides information about upcoming matches or tournaments happening in their state, city or region. My market size. My market size is huge. Any age group who wants to be connected to the world of sports, but we mainly focus on the age group 8 to 35 years. Middle income groups of society who can't afford new and branded sports equipment. Not only individuals, but we also focus on schools and sport institutes. So basically, we will generate revenue by advertising and by doing promotion activities. Fees to be earned by branded sports companies for their advertisements. Generate revenue by referring customers to other websites or product vendors. Promotion of coaches, nutritionists, tournament organizers for their events and registration. Competitive analysis. My main competitors are OLX and Quicker. But my website has a feature of renting, and it also provides information about a dietitian, nutritionist, coaches, and upcoming tournaments and matches. Financials. I have done a 5-year projection in which I have assumed my sales and profit and loss. In the first 4 years, I am having losses, and in the 5th year, I am making a profit. And the line of sales shows the increase in the number of sales from rupees 24,000 to 10 lakhs. So this is my website, Spotaria. One-click solution for the sport you choose to play. Thank you.
And across sports, this is not limited to a sport.
How do you maintain the equipment you rent?
Sorry?
People want to rent equipment from you.
No, not from me. From different people.
Okay, across the group. Okay, so platforms.
And how do you know the quality and stuff like that? Who will keep a check on?
So we have to check it, so we have to make some securities and policies. So there should be no spam uploading and wrong information. So we have to check. So that will be good.
And how are you going to market it?
Word of mouth and social media.
Our last plan for the day, Vansh on guiding.
My name is Vansh and I'm here to present my company Guiding. Just imagine that you're traveling with your family to a completely new place with new people and everything new and you don't know anything about it. You'll have problems with what to explore, fear of getting lost or cheated, language problems or where to shopping, party, etc. So you would rather hire a travel agency. But they could be too expensive for budget travelers, they're not enough private tours and they have a fixed itinerary so you can't go anywhere else. And lazy people like me don't like to wake up at 6:30 for an 8 o'clock tour. So this similar problem I had in this summer vacation where we had 5 places to visit. In the first 2 places we traveled alone and we were stressed, we didn't know anywhere what to do. And then for the next 2 trips we hired a travel agency. So they also had a fixed itinerary and they took us to a non-vegetarian restaurant. And the guide got stressed when she let us go for 15 minutes and used to call us every 5 minutes. So we had a survey of 200 people to understand their problems and what are the results. So solution, Guidey. It is a platform which allows a tourist to find local tour guides in a new, unique and easy way. Those guides will be certified, knowledgeable, affordable, safe and friendly. We will also hire students from other universities to become guides so that they can earn in their free time and fund their education. So this happened when we went to our 5th trip in Talent. We had a free talent tour with a university student. He was amazing and we could tip him in the end, and then we got to know that he's doing this to fund his education. So you can check the guides, reviews, ratings, experience, etc. You can give reviews to them for getting reward points, and we will also collaborate with popular restaurants and souvenir shops to enhance your experience. So this is the front page of the website, which shows the location, date and the number of people, and other filters like gender, language, daily budget and ratings, etc. And we are also planning to introduce specialty tours which can be customized by the tourists, and they would be led by the guides who are an expert in that region. And our competitive advantage, so unlike our other competitors, we have easy to book filters, specialty tours and low and correctly priced budget for budget travelers. So we would take a 10% commission from the guides and a 10% commission from the restaurants and souvenir shops, and we would have advertisements on our website. So first year we predict losses, second year we predict to break even and then grow steadily. So if you get an approximate of 335 trips in 2018, we would have a revenue generated of 1 lakh from commissions, which is 300 from commissions per tour. Thank you. Great idea.
You're hoping that that the rating will manage the quality of the guides.
So first the problem is security. Everyone thinks so. For that we have a 3-step security verification system, for which we'll have police verification, government ID verification, and social media verification. And then after that we'll have a video chat interview with them, and we'll have a written interview. We'll have all the we'll have a certification. A certificate which we'll check, which they get from the tour ministry, and the ratings and reviews which they get from other tours.
Then how young students after half time?
Yeah, so we have also planned to contact a lot of universities and request them to ask their students to join us. So if they're free, they can write the free timings on our website, and we can book them according to that. Yeah.
And you start in one city and then scale this up.
Yeah. First we'll start in Delhi and around Delhi, like Agra and Uttar Pradesh, then we'll spread to India. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of a fabulous session. Thank you to our judges for your time and your patience, and all the lovely parents who waited here extra 25 minutes to hear and cheer the other kids. Before we sign off, one quick thing I wanted to call out to Ishan Varshne. He's our alumna, and he was one of the prize winners last year on this emergency app. And Ishan is in 11th standard in Shri Ram School, and as he graduates next year from the school, he's starting an entrepreneurship club within the school to help all the other kids on an ongoing basis. So we're very proud of Ishan. It's always wonderful to see Naks, who just left, and Ishan, all our alumni, and I'm sure they'll keep making us proud over the years. One last thing, people always ask us, how will you measure the success of YA? Is it based on the number of people who become entrepreneurs? And I say absolutely not. If they become an entrepreneur, that's a cherry icing on the cake. I think what's important is that each and every child of ours has learned the ability to identify problems, to think through how to solve those problems. And I think those life skills of critical thinking, collaboration, communication are going to make all of them rock stars, and we're going to be very proud of them. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Arnav, I think you missed out.
Oh, you're from our school? How are you?
Before you came, because a couple of kids had to leave. It's all making Gauri? Yeah, it's a website. Gauri? Gauri? You want to take a quick picture of here? You want to see that all day
Probably busy at that.
He's too cute. He didn't want to go number 13 because he's superstitious. I was like, you're all of 11. Okay, judges. Judges, we're going to have one quick picture with the Ishan, you're one of us. So cute. Is everyone? Great. Thank you. No, this is perfect. Thank you.